So now I'm going to welcome from India, Dr. Rommel Hopper. Please come up.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. On the outset, we'd like to thank the organizers of this event for their kind invitation, as well as for the hospitality extended to us. Can I have the first slide?
Take your time. I'm sure it'll be coming soon.
Technological problems.
Is everything okay there, Rob?
I bring you greetings from the founder of the organization. He is Professor M.S. Swaminathan. Many of you know about him. He is now 89. He has a message saying that the future belongs to nations with grains and not guns. He is the father of the Indian Green Revolution. Presently, he is also the current chairman of the World Food Prize, which was announced today by the US Senator Nancy Powell today. So it's quite a good incidence of the WAF Award as well as the World Food Prize. Okay, the MS Swaminathan Research Foundation has a mandate of reaching the unreached. In all our major programs, we have this as a mandate. We try to see how we look at income divides, digital divides, and the knowledge divide, and how we could now try to resolve that by reaching the unreached. MSSRF has completed 25 years, trying to see how we could bridge science and societies on a pro-nature, pro-poor, pro-women, and pro-jobs. This is our mandate, our commandments of how we try to do it through appropriate eco-technologies and social empowerment. The award, the finalist which we were shortlisted is the Bio-Industrial Watershed, which is a new novel concept which we are now promoting in India. Many of you would have heard about watersheds, but a bio-industrial watershed is something new, which is holistic and human-centered. We work with 5 different agroecological zones in India, covering about 6 states with about 30,000 population. Okay, there are major problems in this whole watershed which we work across. There are problems of technology, problems of social as well as financial. If you look at technology, water, food, and livelihood insecurity is the major one. Looking at climate change, looking at water conservation, looking at poor adaptation of climate-smart agriculture technologies, and finally we're looking at productivity, low productivity, as well as incomes. Looking at the whole issue of social, we have a number of issues there. We're looking at low collective actions, poor convergence, looking into lack of jobs, livelihoods diversification, as well as looking into lack of information, access to information, as well as looking at new knowledge systems. Very important is bringing in various stakeholders together was a big challenge. Looking at financial, most of them are at the mercy of moneylender with high interest rates. So access to credit, especially for food security and value chain investment opportunities, was a very major challenge. Now, to overcome these challenges, we have a number of eco-technologies or transformational technologies which we have bought. These are all the achievements which we have, looking at water harvesting, looking at climate-smart agriculture, skill and knowledge empowerment, information communication technologies, and looking at livelihoods. But what is very interesting is that we achieve all this through 5 important non-negotiables. They are economics, ecology, equity, employment, and energy efficiency. I'm happy that Milan is going to have energy efficiency as one of their themes next year. But very important is that WAF has got a beautiful theme of share, scale, and sustain. And that is what we're going to do, bringing about transformational technologies. These are the various livelihood opportunities which we have promoted on water conservation, harvesting, looking at the livelihoods of tribal communities, and also looking into off-farm employment. Here we look at skill, knowledge, as well as value chain investment opportunities here. This is a new concept now we are promoting at the MS Swaminathan Research Foundation. It's called the Pulse Panchayat. It's a very different term. India today imports about 3 million metric tons of pulses every year to solve the protein problems of. So we initiated this as a new concept for the country, trying to see that could we now address issues of protein hunger, as well as looking into malnutrition, looking at water, food, and nutrition security.
Just 10 more seconds, yeah?
Yeah. These are our grassroots organizations, the whole social mobilization process on which we go about, which is the base of it. And finally, the future, what we want to be. This is biohappiness. It's a new concept which Professor M.S. Swaminathan has been promoting. It is to see how today's societies and the environment, all of us could now live together. The most important challenge is that convert bioresources into jobs and income in an economically, environmentally sustainable, and very importantly, socially equitable manner. Water should become everyone's business. Be the change you want. This is what the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, wanted to say. Finally, I see before me committed, confident, and change makers before me. Wonderful people you are. Thank you all for coming, and you can change and bring this transformation process. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hopper. So can you just tell us a bit about yourself? How did you get involved in this? Are you from the South originally, in India? Can you just tell us a bit about how did you get to do this?
I'm basically a PhD in biotechnology. And then every time we do agriculture, biotechnology research, we write, all this we do is for the farmers. But we seldom see whether it really benefits the farmers or the poor. And then I thought that I should now try to see the other side of it, what is happening. From research, I should try to see what is development. And so I joined the foundation now. I worked for the last 20 years there.
Excellent. And where are you from originally in India?
South India.
South India.
Chennai.
Okay. Thanks very much. Right. Let's go with John again first.
Well, we have been in India about 3 times in the last year. And we've been looking at the issue of the commons, how the people who are landless, how did they become landless? How did billions of people, how is it that they don't have any land? And when you think about the issue of mitigation and adaptation to climate change, you have to realize that without engaging these people, it will be impossible. So the work that this foundation and others are doing to engage these people in meaningful, purposeful, and positive work is essential to the survival and the sustainability. And we're here in this church building, actually, and it makes me think, because my mother didn't only tell me that wells were deep, she also kept telling me, the meek will inherit the earth,
Yeah.
and the last shall be first.
Yeah.
And I think, thank you so much.
Very good. Okay, Brian?
Yeah, I think you definitely put something new to the table, and thank you for that. It seems from a world perspective, that actually we have more than, I don't know how many, but billions of poor marginalized farmers in the world. And there's a huge problem that we haven't see the age to yet. And there have been so many development projects coming from the outside based on techniques and inputs from the rest of the world, where actually the technique maybe have failed. And we think that the developed world have the right solutions. I don't think we have. What we need actually is a kind of paradigm shift based on where we go from high-tech and input-dependent production to smaller production and new systems that are based on regional and agro-ecosystems and adapt to the know-how for the country involved.
I think you're right.
And thank you, then we are agreed.
No, because I think what you're talking about, small farm productivity, is very important. That's the biggest challenge. In India, we have 80% of our farmers are all small farmers. And this year, 2014, the United Nations has listed this as the year of small farms or family farms. And at the foundation, we have a global program in August 7th. It will be inaugurated by the President of India as well as the FAO Director General. So we invite any one of you who are available to come to the August meeting on family farms. It's a beautiful place where 300 international scientists will be joining together us. That's a big challenge we have.
Thank you. One more, yeah?
And I had to mention that as an international community, we actually have to learn drawings or need to draw for the learnings from and experiences of this development project. And I think we hit something that we always hit when we have development projects. How can we learn from farmers? We always have focus on how we can learn farmers. No, this is about learning from farmers to farmers. And I think we got it, and I really hope that this project can be replicated and scaled up, but I think we have a need for new way of thinking and actually get access to development project, because the way we have done it so far, I don't think we got it.
Yep.
Again, congratulations. The one thing that struck me here was the sheer numbers you were dealing with and the different variables you had to juggle to achieve what you've achieved. You've done it very systematically, very consistently, and very efficiently as well. It's, I can appreciate how having to deal with the various numbers of different numbers and on board on this project was not an easy task. I think you targeting women was a very good choice, if I may say so myself, because really they are the pillar within the families. They can hold things together, and giving them that opportunity was really a remarkable vision that you had. And really, honestly, the other thing is equity, the thing of having the equity amongst the family members and doing that not only for the local communities or the farmers themselves, but to make them feel they are a part of it and that they have something back for them. It's not like big corporations usually who come in and then they do the co-ops, and most often, not that I'm accusing anyone, but they do take the benefits, and in the end the farmers don't get much. So this is something very important that we can replicate across the board. So thank you.
Well, first, on the first thing, you are using a holistic and organic approach for farming, and it's really important that you're working with scientists, and it's really important for the public to know that holistic and organic farming is very much grounded in science. And also they're helping to empower the community so they could actually grow their own food and also sell it to the market for a profit.
Excellent. Thanks very much, Dr. Hopper. We appreciate that.
Here's our flyer.
Yep.
And, you can pick up a copy.
Will do. Excellent.